Hello everyone, this is Alchemical Transmissions, and I'm excited to talk about the topic of today, which is about twin flames. We're going to be discussing how to come into closer contact with your twin flame on a spiritual level. In turn, I believe this inevitably draws them closer to you in a physical level, but we're just going to be discussing how to better yourself at an emotional and spiritual standpoint in regards to your twin flame. So one thing I've noticed after being on this journey for a while is that whenever we get into a emotional space where we feel lack or sadness or disruption, especially in regards to our twins, it's because we are not remaining in a state of self-love. Now, I know this is a sentiment that circulates this space a lot, but I don't think people often go into how deep you need to really understand the level of self-love that you need to really feel that replicated acceptance from your twin. So one way that I like to test this is I will pay attention to my state. I'll ask myself, do I feel the immense amount of love and understanding and acceptance and care for myself that I do for my twin at this moment? And most often, I think most people aren't remaining in that state, because when you're in that state, you don't actually crave your twin. The connection that you have to yourself is so profound and so strong, and it's so tightly tied to your divine counterpart that when you give yourself that love, you feel it from them. So one way that I like to enforce this with myself is that whenever I'm desiring some form of contact with my twin or some sort of assurance or some measure of love, I ask myself immediately, am I giving that same amount to myself? And the answer almost always is no. Because if you were, you wouldn't feel the emptiness of them not giving it to you. Because once you hold that for yourself, once you hold that space of self-love that deeply, it automatically becomes reflected by them on a spiritual level. And that yearning and that desire dissipates. Because as you self-fulfill, you're also being fulfilled by them. Another thing that I'd like to point out is that the version of you that completely loves yourself is the version of you that your twin loves. Because when you're operating from a state of self-love, you're operating in accordance with your soul, the most pure form of who you are, and that's who they love the most. So in turn, the more that you practice this state, the more you're going to draw them in on a spiritual, metaphysical level, and eventually that will be a physical level, I think. And as I said before, ironically, the longer that you stay in this state, the absence of your twin doesn't matter to you, because that feeling of self-love also includes that replication of love from them, because you're the same soul. So the more that you can check in with yourself and make sure that you're staying in this place of self-love, the more effortless this journey is going to be for you, and the more healing that needs to be done is going to come to the surface. Also, you're going to have a lot more clarity. A lot of times when people start this sort of practice, I think that you're not used to loving yourself this deeply, because the love that you have for your twin is so profound that when you start to give that to yourself, it's a lot of times people, I think, gain a new understanding of what self-love is. And in my opinion, it really is all you need on this journey. So that was a short message for today, but it was an important one. I hope you guys all enjoyed the holidays. I know a lot of people have a rough time around now, but just remember to keep doing the inner work and focus on a brighter outcome, because wherever your intention is where you'll eventually end up. So take care, and I will see you guys next time.